Boy, was I wrong. And thankfully so. I thought we would still be counting the vote right now. I thought there would be challenges. The vote would still be going on. Things would be very unsettled. And fortunately, none of that is the case. There has been no violence as far as I know, and knock on wood, there won't be. And it looks like we are going to have a smooth transition of power. So that is a relief to me, and I would think to all of us. And we are having our sale, our pre-Black Friday sale. I don't want to. I just blurted that out because I don't want to forget it. But many people are planning on doing a program. Many people are planning on losing weight after New Year's. Some people are planning on trying to keep themselves in check between Thanksgiving and New Year's during the holiday season. So, for the people who know you are going to be doing a program, this is a good time to purchase because the pre-Black Friday sale is not only the best price of the year, but we're throwing in an extra goodie, an extra 10 days of the program while supplies last. So, contact me about that. But let's get back to what we were talking about. So, we had Election Day. Today is Veterans Day. And for all you veterans, thank you for your service. Couple of weeks is Thanksgiving. If you can't feel patriotic about this country right now, then you will never feel patriotic. It's a little bit of a weird time because post-election day, I don't know about you, but I am feeling a little lighter on the one hand and potentially heavier on the other. This election was so fractious, was so contentious in a lot of ways. There was so much riding on it. It was so consequential that you have half the country celebrating and you have the other half of the country mourning. It seems like that. I feel lighter because it's over. At least that is settled. And I think and hope that we're ready to move on. But I do understand the feelings of all the other people, and that brings with it its own challenges. So we'll talk about that momentarily, but I am feeling particularly patriotic because we are in the midst of this holiday. It looks like we're having a peaceful transfer of power. So that's a really good thing. I invite everyone else to feel that way with me. But there is a question, what now? I mean, other countries, their elections are a couple of months and they move on, and it used to be like that. Here, this election cycle took forever. We talked about it. We talked about the stress that came along with it. And now it's over. And now, hopefully, we're freed up to move on with our lives. And the question comes, what now? What next? What do you do after a big event? After something that seems so monumental? Well, I think the simple answer is getting back to work. So in that respect, nothing changes. This is what we demand of our politicians. Listen, once someone wins a race, they're not a politician per se, or they shouldn't be. Now they're a servant. They're a public servant. Now they're an employee. They're a member of the government. But that's what we want from them. We have a new regime coming in. That might be a loaded word, but I didn't mean it that way. And what we want from them is we want results. We want production. We want hard work. And we should demand that of ourselves as well. That's, I think, what we do now. That's what we've always done. We've always gotten back to work. And that seems like the best policy now. Work brings with it productivity, brings with it morale, brings with it busyness, less time for fighting. So that seems like the best plan as of now. And by the way, I might be speaking to the choir because this country gets that intuitively. We get it. We get productivity. It's why we're the richest country in the history of the world. Like, we are several $1 trillion richer than the second richest country, China. The state of California itself has if it was its own country, has the 5th largest economy in the world. Its economy is roughly the size of Japan's. It's unbelievable. All these hippies and weirdos and nut jobs in California. We don't think of them as being masters of production. But look what they've done. I mean, in the tech sector, in the finance sector, agriculture, travel, entertainment. I mean, it's unbelievable. Imagine, like, just one of our states, granted, it's the largest one, but just one of our states has the 5th largest economy in the world because they get it about productivity. And that's where, if we're smart, we're going to turn our attention to. That's the thing that holds us together. That, and, respect for certain norms and principles that were given to us. So that is my lecture for today, my lecture on civics and ethics simultaneously, and just what is probably best. Pray that it remains peaceful. We still have a couple of things coming up. There's a certification date and the inauguration and what have you. But so far, knock on wood, it's looking pretty good. So things might be returning to somewhat normal. We'll see the degree to which it stays that way. But the degree to which it does and which it progresses and is beneficial, I think, is largely going to be based on our ability to get back to work and be productive and put our attention on productivity more than on drama. Okay, so that's what I have to say for today. Again, not to beat a dead horse, the Black Friday pre-sale is on now. I will be contacting people about that. It is a terrific pre-sale. And then we have the Black Friday sale itself coming somewhere around Black Friday. Okay, speak to everyone soon. Have a great holiday. Take care.